YouTube. We're coming back on it. So, it's the Golden State Warriors against the Memphis Grizzlies. Hello, everybody. Feels pretty good show here.
At the Oracle Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on TK Sports.
Can he even jump?
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. And it's the Warriors to start.
Oh, he got the ball.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen in the backcourt.
Here comes Curry show.
Gasol in the middle, and it's Barnes.
Everybody loves Curry.
They get the first bucket of the game on that.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012. After 2 seasons at Carolina.
There's a big boy.
In high school,
he hardly run. Chug it, baby. Chug it. Chug it.
Memphis on defense. Here's Curry. And he draws body contact.
He draws a foul.
And he was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the free throw line.
He don't like the free throws, but he makes them.
Went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan.
What do you think about that spring?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Here's Green. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish
Oh,
it.
crapper.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the pass break chance, and that one's good.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And
Fat boy goes in.
Right there in the low post.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
He went through the 2 tenders. He got the doughboy, too.
That's always a good sign.
Out of bounds.
And lost the damn ball.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul. The feed to Barnes. Here's Bogut. And he drops him away up off the glass.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
That's good from Gasol, and the assist by Allen. Gasol's got his first basket of the night.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start. Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Curry gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season
pretty bad
first
here.
in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league.
The Warriors leading. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pass to Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Allen's shot is off.
Doughboy wasn't ready for that one.
Their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And the basket by Curry.
Curry show again, folks.
What a shot. He hit that one from another time zone.
And you just watch him pull up, always so dangerous.
Conley, the pass to Barnes. Conley dishes to Barnes. Kicks it to Randolph. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, and 14-15.
Chunky.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Mark Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound
Mr.
rate
Chunky.
of his
We
career.
got both chunky
Catching up
guys
on the
out.
changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Got Mr. Coffee
So
back.
it's the Warriors now, leading by 5.
After Curry went to the bench, Coffee
And for
comes
the
back.
Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way.
And the whistle
He
blows.
wants his
It's going to
toilet.
be on Andre
You want your
Iguodala.
newspaper?
That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Nobody near Stevenson. Out left to the wing. Farmar kicks to right. Clock at 6. Randolph dishes to Stevenson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tipped away. It's stolen by
Dope
Green.
boy can't even hold on to the ball.
Out of them already. Sloppy play in the early zone.
And, Greg, it'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Get out of there.
Happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA.
On a chunky got fouled.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Hairston's checked in.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
That's been a
6-point
big
game.
part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well
Oh.
keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense
Free throws.
makes
It's
an
safe.
adjustment.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. That's off as well, so he misses both. The Grizzlies trail by 6. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Carter outside. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. Right. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Wright's got his
Boy, he
first
thought he
2
was
points.
slamming.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides.
What happened there, folks?
That's
I've
just
seen
a major
balls like
unforced
that.
error right there, guys. My goodness.
12
Hey,
seconds
he's like-
left in the first quarter. Farmar kicks to Carter. Fires for 3. Can't hit. Rush. Can't get it to go.
Off the top of the backboard.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Azili is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Rush in at the 3, the small forward. And he gets
Right
the
over
bucket.
my guy, would you?
And that's 11 points for Steph Curry.
Road hog.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goal, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
And so here's Memphis. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. Rush with the steal. And now running up the court, Rush pushing it all the way. And he banks in the layup.
Well, they weren't going to pass him the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
And he gets it to go. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight.
How wants the score?
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. And he's a team player, I think, at the core. Everywhere he's gone, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. He's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Allen for the three. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Golden State moving it around. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Curry.
Mr. Barnes.
Barnes has got 5.
Hey, Mr. Barnes. Yo.
Three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen-type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnover.
It's a Curry.
Spates the pass to Barnes. Outside Curry. From outside the arc.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And I know if I were
That's a nice tune.
Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill.
Oh, Curry, take it home, baby.
Him, in my book,
Stephen Curry show.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yeah,
This is run of the mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Allen dishes to Barnes. And here's Stevenson for 3. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play. And so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes.
Whoa! I did not delight these big suckers.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Anderson with the ball. Now Green defending. Iguodala with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Oh, he's talking
The
about.
passing. They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Carter on the wing. Anderson outside. Back to Carter. Stolen by Thompson. And so they foul intentionally. Some changes for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Grizzlies
As
ball.
Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history. mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Here is Hairston. Barnes kicks to Green. Passes it to Hairston. Here's Carter. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
No,
A minute 50 left in the first half of the game.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden.
No.
Relatively close voting, but Curry
That
was
white
the
one.
clear winner. Hard to argue with the season
Mohawk.
he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Now here's Iguodala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last.
Nightmare.
Warriors leading by 8. And that's an intentional foul. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Second free throw, no good. Now the Warriors moving it up. And that one's good by Carter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Azile's checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Draymond Green. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Whitey's checked in for JaMychal Green. Randolph comes in for Anderson. Jordan Adams, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Farmar in for P.J. Hairston.
The ball's all the way down there.
There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Farmar kicks to Adams. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so they foul intentionally.
Oh, no.
He goes back to the free throw line.
He's an ATM.
Oh, he made one.
The Warriors have only
That's
made 2
7.
attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
Can he make another one?
Both free
8.
throws good from Rush.
2 out of 8.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
If they take
How?
care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True.
How the
Their
heck I
turnovers
got
are
8
piling up
seconds?
in
I
this
ain't
game.
had the ball
Leandro
for
Barbosa
8
is checked
seconds.
in for Ian Clark. And it's
I didn't.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Right, the pass to Randolph. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Carter kicks to Randolph. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field.
Let me have a chance.
Carter. And here is Iguodala. The 3. Got it off the top. That's no good. That'll do it for the first half.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K
I don't know
Sports
why.
Halftime Show.
Internet connections quality is not good.
Hello again,
I don't
everybody.
know
Ernie
what
Johnson here,
internet
joined by
thing.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Good.
The first half was all about Stephen
I don't know
Curry.
why.
He had 18 points and 2 assists.
No, I
First
don't.
2 quarters from him were fun to watch.
40%.
Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
I don't know what internet.
And that's it for
that
halftime
bad.
as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Oh,
Sexy baby.
I have 75,
40%.
40. Wow.
You're better.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
How about Steph
Oh.
Curry in this one? He has 18 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Now here's Barnes. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go.
That was me that ball.
I did.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Randolph dishes to Conley. Randolph passes to Barnes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
That watch.
Curry. That shot.
I don't believe what I
How
just saw
in the
right there,
world?
Kev.
There's the pass to Barnes. Lets it go with the 3. And the Grizzlies get it back. Allen kicks to Barnes. Stolen by
God
Thompson.
bless it.
Curry. Green cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 17 to the inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen.
It says they're right there. We called a timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great
That's yours.
quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and
Nothing.
deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Now here's Curry. Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. Oh, my. How does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
Allen kicks to Stevenson. Looking to end the run. He takes it up.
I can't believe he made 2 times.
Stevenson's got 5 points so far.
You want to see a
That's the
triple?
way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
From deep. No luck. Good work defensively by Conley. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what,
Can't
that's
believe
just
my
a
guy's
major
throwing the ball out
unforced error right
bounds.
there, guys.
You can't believe that
My
kind of
goodness.
shot. So I like
From deep. And it's out of bounds. Last
I
touch
can't
by
believe he
Curry.
made 2 half shots. Half court.
Was that a bunch?
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Stevenson dishes to Gasol. Allen inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Oh, no.
8 points for Tony Allen.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And it's Memphis on the break. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Warriors leading by 14. Curry. The half-court bomb falls off target.
How can I not make it?
Conley with the 3. Good D by Thompson.
Curry has it. Curry.
The Warriors shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Crunch.
It's out of bounds. The Warriors are going to retain possession here. Spates checked in
What?
for Andrew Bogut.
How?
Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
That's tipped. Thompson passes to Green. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, another turnover. But guys,
I don't know what-
I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch foreman made the decision even better. And also,
we're both
kept their
making
cap
mistakes.
situation far more flexible.
I can't get
And
my
the
guy to
Grizzlies
stay
with some
in one
changes.
spot.
White comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Carter in for Allen. That's good. Wright's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run.
Number 3.
Range on that shot. That's amazing. Stevenson kicks to Carter. That ball. Nice feed that time for Stevenson.
3.
Stevenson's got
3
4
out of
assists now
5.
tonight.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. It's stolen by Green. Conley against Curry. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jordan Farmar. He's checked in for Lance Stevenson.
Oh my goodness, that's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And Memphis also making a switch. Adams, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Now here's Gasol. Carter outside. There's the triple. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Inside, here's Adams. Here's Farmar. Adams dishes to Farmar. Adams, the pass to Farmar. And Wright kicks Adams. Offensive rebound. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Marc Gasol.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Well,
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Barnes, he's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Wright. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Adams. And it's Hairston in for Jordan Farmar. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
No. Give me about 22.
And the Grizzlies with possession here.
Shoot.
They trail by
That's
11.
good. Now you can shoot it.
Barnes with it. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, a tough quarter. They've allowed 8 points off turnovers. That's the story.
That makes it hard to win. I mean, they've got to play smarter if they want to close this gap.
No, I'm making it. Back off.
Here's Curry.
That's what I wanted
3
to
points
do.
at the buzzer.
That's what I was telling
Desperately
you I
an
wanted
answer
to
to the
do.
prayer there.
What? What? Are you okay? Mickey? What? What's the matter? What? Four? What? I wanted to
that's the show wall.
And we're rolling here again.
Hey, welcome to Curry's Show Channel. Curry's showing off real good. There he comes back,
by
folks.
14. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash
Thank
Brothers,
you for
Curry and Thompson
cooled
at the
off
guard
now.
spots, and it's Barnes and it's the small
Shit.
forward. That's the Warriors' foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And now we've got the intentional foul. And so they foul intentionally. Marc Gasol's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
He lost his concentration in the second half, and we can see that in the turnover
I
pile
made
now.
that.
Before the break, he had just one. Now he's got a bunch.
Outside Randolph. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover. You know what? I think he thinks he can make some improvements to how things are going
Grizzly
on right
did.
now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches
Throw
always
the
are
ball
looking for
out
ways
bound.
to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the
Hey, come on.
Iowa Energy. They're sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Set 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy, and that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Look at that shot!
2 in a
Farmar kicks to Hairston. Anderson. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot by Curry, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Anderson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend. And he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
And talking about Chris Anderson, he was actually out of the league for a couple years, reinstated back in 2008. And apparently the time off helped. He finished 2nd in the league in block shots going back to that season.
And Kevin, the thing I remember most about Chris Anderson, the 2005 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. He unsuccessfully tried the same dunk 8 times. Count them, 8.
It's stolen by Green. And he commits the intentional foul. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, I mean, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Over to the left wing. Nobody near Barnes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
7 for 10. Why?
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Green, no luck. Warriors leading by 21, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Offensive rebound, feeds it to Curry. From deep three-point range. And oh, here we go. Farmer's got it. The fast break chance. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Wright's checked in for Anderson. Randolph comes in for Green. And it's Adams in for P.J. Hairston. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact. Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Curry's shot is good.
Great outside shooting fueling this one.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Barnes kicks to Randolph.
Easy shot.
Shoots from the baseline. Memphis moving that ball around. Stolen by Thompson. From deep. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Iguodala with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Curry. It's rebounded by Randolph. Randolph's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Farmar with a terrific pass there.
Bogut trying to get open. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams' shot is off.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And here's Barnes for 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right way. The story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team...
Look at that shot!
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. Oh, my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini. And right, here we go. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Did you see that?
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
I get fouled in 3.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And Memphis also making a switch. Stevenson's checked in. Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And another miss by Memphis.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Give me about...
Here's Adams, banked in off the glass.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And that one falls for Clark.
I can shoot it.
Well.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And it's Memphis on the break.
Go for it.
The steal.
Here, let me shoot it now.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Clark, you know, sometimes frustration just shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
That one is no good.
Now, right there, put it up.
From deep three-point range, no good there. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd.